Hey everybody, sad news. One of my favorite sports personalities, athletes, and boxers of all time, George Foreman, passed away. And he was just 76, actually same age as O.J. Simpson when he passed away last year. And George Foreman was twice the heavyweight champion of the world. I remember when I first heard about him, he was the foil of Muhammad Ali, who called him a thug and a kind of a roguish character sort. And I remember he had this huge afro that he didn't quite comb. But he was this big guy, and he was, I thought, wonderfully portrayed. I forgot the actor who did it, who did so in Ali, where Muhammad Ali was played by Will Smith. But this fellow had George Foreman down with the wind up. Hey, Steel Rider says, rest in peace, George Foreman. Thank you. But George really grew from a character or a bit play in Muhammad Ali's world to a person who not only stood his own as a world champion, but took his giant stature and made it even larger as an entrepreneur. The George Foreman grill, folks, is, I believe, one of the greatest consumer electronics inventions in the world. You could not make a bad burger with the George Foreman grill. I am not kidding. Am I right, Steve Ryder? That thing was and is super good. I think we still have one. Every kitchen has to have the George Foreman grill. I don't mean for this to turn into an infomercial for the George Foreman grill, but to me, I felt like it personified the degree to which George Foreman cared about people and wanted to make sure that they got the right kind of foods, cooked the right way, and lived life well. That's it, lived life well. He raised his kids to be great role models, representatives of himself. George Foreman, in all walks of life, you just simply have to describe him as one thing: great. That's just all there is to it, just great. And he will be more than severely missed. But now I love to be up in heaven and see him talking with Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier and others. It's just that it's too bad that he didn't get a chance to really hang out more with Mike Tyson as Mike Tyson was making his comeback. Or maybe he did, I don't know. Because I don't know the cause of death of George Foreman at this point. If you have memories and thoughts of George Foreman, the other thing for me is now I'll be 63 this year. George Foreman was a central part of my pop culture growing up. Because what you would see in the movie Ali with Will Smith, right? I saw on television, real life, on Wild World of Sports with Jim McKay, and that was the days of appointment television before the internet, and everybody gathered around the screen to watch boxing. George Foreman, Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman, with Howard Cosell as the announcer, the color announcer. So colorful, you forgot who the actual play-by-play person was. Actually, Frank Gifford did a credible job at that. But it was a scene. It was a place you had to be, matched only by NFL games today. Nothing else. Well, few things else. There have been some things. But those days, it was just a lot of fun. And we lived in Chicago, and we used to get, on occasion, these great shrimp from Kingfish. Remember Kingfish, Mom? Yeah, I used to get Kingfish shrimp. That shrimp was really good. And if it wasn't Kingfish shrimp, then on the weekend, like the fights generally were on like Sunday, but we go to the Polynesian Hut, which is on Stony Island. And that had the best salad, one of the best salads I've ever had in my entire life, Polynesian Hut. So for me, George Foreman is a part of life in South Chicago, just as much as Muhammad Ali was for me. And Muhammad Ali, I'm told, held me when I was 2 years old. Yeah, my mom is, 2 years old. So it's really sad. It's sad to see all of this go as it is going. All right. Subscribe to Zinni62 on YouTube. Share your thoughts about George Foreman, please. If you want to make a video, send it, text it to me at 510-517-7565. Not horizontal, but vertical, preferably like this, and I'll post it. And if it generates ad revenue, that money is yours. So, yeah. All right, folks. George Foreman, rest in peace. Thank you. God bless you.